It's no secret that I prefer using actual cartridges and, if possible, original hardware. When it comes to streaming or capturing game footage, I want the footage to look as clean as possible. So when Analogue announced the Super NT last year, you better believe I smashed that pre-order button. I instantly got a huge smile on my face when I inserted games I loved as a kid, like Yoshi's Island or Sailor Moon S, and noticed how pixel perfect everything looked. Now this isn't some basic emulation unit. This uses some serious business FPGA to recreate the Super Nintendo's original hardware. So in other words, this is an easy way to play your Super Nintendo games in 1080p with zero lag. Seriously. However, I will point out that this is HDMI only, so if you have a CRT TV, this isn't for you. But, you know, if you have a modern day TV or if you're just, you know, kind of casual, this is a good solution. The Super NT is compatible with both SNES and Super Famicom games, as well as things like the Super Game Boy or EverDrive. Cheap clone systems like the Retron 5, for example, were not able to play EverDrives or the Super Game Boy. Clone systems can experience issues with games like Yoshi's Island due to their use of the Super FX2 chip, but the Super NT totally handles it. And thank God, because as you probably know, I do like my Yoshi's Island. Also, this is one stylish unit. Look how small and cute it is. It's sleek, it takes up a small amount of space, and it'll look awesome sitting on your floor, shelf, desk, whatever the hell your situation is. There are 4 different styles to choose from: black, classic, SF, and transparent. I personally feel that you do need the 8-bit DOE controllers if you want to complete the look, but I'll get into the controllers later. When you go through the menu on this thing, you will see that the options are a bit out of control. You can stretch aspect ratios, mess with scan lines, address flickering issues when it comes to sprites on the screen, and so much more. The possibilities are kinda endless, but we'll mess around with that later. The Super Nintendo library has quite an impressive catalog of music and sound, so it only makes sense that this was taken into consideration with this system. The Super NT outputs crazy high sound quality thanks to it being digital, and it shows. Analogue makes it clear that they have a passion for preserving video game history, so it's awesome that they've included digital copies of Turrican 2 and Super Turrican Director's Cut. The game was originally developed by Factor 5 in 1993, but they unfortunately had to cut it down, so we never got the chance to play the complete version of the game until now. The Director's Cut allows you to play through the game as originally intended, with enhanced graphics, more enemies, and a new level. It's an action-packed run and gun that I'll definitely be revisiting. I've never played this one before, and it looks right up my alley. 8-bit DOE is known for their Bluetooth controllers, and the SN30 styles they created to go along with the systems are pretty rad. However, they are sold separately, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about buying a system. Also, I'd like to point out that you can just plug in a normal Super Nintendo controller right into the Super NT. This is probably what I'm going to be doing most of the time because I just prefer to play with wired-in controllers. But for a Bluetooth controller, these are cool because they claim to have a 20-hour battery life, and you can also use them on your Switch or a PC. So that's kind of cool. Alright, well let's take a moment to check out the way some games look on this system, and also let's play around with some settings. So the Super Game Boy does work on the Super NT, but to hear sound from the actual Game Boy cart, we're gonna have to mess with the settings a bit. So press select and down, settings, audio, and then we're gonna do cartridge audio enable. And now you can hear Tetris. But I'm super happy now to have an option to play upscaled Super Game Boy games because I've been holding off. I know I did that Batman video, but I just want it to look really good, so it's really awesome that now I can do some Game Boy games. So that's you're probably gonna be seeing some Erin Plays Game Boy games coming up. So excited. Alright, let's move on. Okay, and the Super Game Boy 2 also works. Just wanted to point that out because that's pretty cool. I believe you're gonna have to do the same thing and go to the audio settings, which makes sense. Enabled. Good to go. And I promise I won't start playing this and then just be quiet and not explain the settings, because this isn't about Bust-A-Move, Erin. This is about the Super NT and checking out the features. Duh. Alright, so settings. I don't remember if I mentioned this before, but you just press select and down to get into the settings when you're in the game. So let's mess with some... So yeah, so you can go through and you can do scalars. Ooh, I want to mess with scan lines. Okay, so no scan lines is what is automatically selected. You can do normal scan lines, hybrid scan lines, gamma boost. Let's do normal scan lines and let's mess with the depth. Okay, now I'm starting to see a difference, kind of. Make it deeper. Alright, so let's see what that looks like. Alright. Okay. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna stick with no scan lines. Scalars. What's X-ray? Okay, let's play Bust-A-Move in X-ray mode because, you know, why the fuck not? Oh my god, this is awful. You can't play... It's funny that I said play Bust-A-Move in X-ray mode because it's all black and white, and the whole purpose is you need to see the colors. But seriously, what game would you use this for? You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like in the Super Game Boy where you can mess with the colors and just make it look super duper messed up. It's like that. Like, why would you use this? So overall, I like the Super NT. I think it's really convenient for the $189 price tag, and I'd recommend it. Thanks for watching. Bejojo Senshi Sailor Moon S. Bejojo Senshi Sailor Moon S.